Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulihil kareem. So in the previous few videos, I've talked about how our desires, right, are one of the most challenging things for this generation, right? We are growing up in a society that focuses on desires, right? And how this is one of the most dominant reasons why people, especially in our times, are denying God, because we are breeding a generation of people whose main purpose in life is to fulfill their desires, right? And so obviously religion restricts desires, and religion is a hurdle in fulfilling our desires to the max. So the easy way out is to deny religion and obviously deny God, although there are strong evidences for the existence of God that we see all around us, right? So, I gave a reference of an ayah from the Quran in the previous video. You can go and watch that video if you're interested. But what happens? What are the implications? There are strong implications um, for that generation of people who decide to follow their desires and ignore the teachings of religion, right? So religion is a vacuum inside us, right? I once heard a scholar say this beautifully, that that belief in God, right, belief in a deity, is a vacuum inside us. If we don't fill up that vacuum with God, we're going to fill it with something else, right? And so what happens is that when we follow our desires, we put our desires in there, right? We start submitting to our desires instead of submitting to God, right? And so what are the implications? What are the social implications of that? So what happens is that the powerful people in a society, right, they always want control, right? This is what powerful people in every society want. They want to maintain their power, because the lust of power is even more strong than other desires that we have. So so what happens is that the powerful people in the society, they want to control the people, right? The common man, right? And when the common man is a person who has submitted to their desires, this is the most easiest way to control them. And so what the powerful people do is that they use our desires to control us. Our desires become a leash for them to control us. And this is what we're seeing these days, like the billionaires and the millionaires. Our generation is growing up watching Disney, Hollywood, all these movies, where they are basically controlling us, right? They control what we think. The politicians, right? They are basically, controlling the whole system, right? They can, using the media, they can control how we think, how what decisions we make. So eventually, what happens? We become slaves to them, right? Our desires become a leash, right? It's just like the Pied and the Piper story, right? And they start controlling us through our desires, because we have not submitted to God. This is what I say. This is why I say that believing in God is true freedom, right? Because when you believe in God, you're not going to submit to anyone else. So this is why submission to God is the most superior thing, is the most is the thing that makes you truly free, right? True freedom is the belief in God, because if you don't do that, you're gonna be eventually enslaved by the powerful people in the society. So this is how. So this is the message in this video, that uh, that our desires are really dangerous. We have to learn how to control them. Remember, we can make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. The door of tawbah and returning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always open. Um, you know, making mistakes in the flow of something, that's not, that's okay. But making a policy that, okay, I'm gonna follow my, we don't say these things, right? We decide these things from the inside, right? And so once you make that policy in your life that your desires are going to be the strongest thing, the most important thing in your life, then things start getting messed up, right? And obviously with generations, these things keep on getting worse and worse. So yeah, so this was the conclusion of this video, that if you don't submit to God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are gonna be enslaved by the powerful people of the society. So thanks for watching. Make sure to follow the channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.